Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'll be talking about the learning process in the stock market. So, this video is all about how you should plan your learning process. The first question which you need to ask about yourself is what do you want to become? Whether you want to become a trader or whether you want to become an investor. If you want to become an investor and you don't have much knowledge, the best thing is you can start investing in ETFs. This ETF, this ETF means exchange traded funds. This ETF or exchange traded funds. You can start investing in exchange traded funds. If you don't know what is exchange traded fund, then I'll be making few video on ETF also in the coming days. You can start with SIP, which is systematic investment plan. SIP is also a best option for the newbies. If you are not aware about the stock market, or if you don't know much about investing, you can do SIP. You can do SIP in stock market, in bonds, in gold. So I'll be talking about SIP also. And you can also do DIY SIP. DIY SIP means do it yourself systematic investment plan. And all of you know you can buy mutual funds also. Now, if you really want to become an investor yourself, you want to directly invest. So all this topic which I'm discussing right now is like indirect way of investing. You're not investing directly, you are investing indirectly, because some people, some organization is investing for you, working for you, doing the job of analysis for you. So these are all about indirect investing. You can invest in exchange traded fund, ETF. You can invest in SIP through SIP, or DIY SIP, or you can invest through mutual funds also. Now, if you want to directly invest, you want to invest yourself, you want to learn the process of investing, then what you need to do is you need to start learning about fundamental analysis. What you need to do if you want to become a direct investor, then there are certain tools which you need to understand, that is known as fundamental analysis. This is the learning process. It's very simple, it is not rocket science, but since there are so many YouTube contents and a lot of confusions also created nowadays, that is why I thought of making this video. So if you want to become an investor, you need to ask yourself whether you want to become an indirect investor or a direct investor. Indirect investor means you are not investing yourself, but you are giving money to somebody else, like mutual fund companies or any financial institutions. Through them you are investing in ETF, or you are buying a SIP, or you are doing some DIY SIP with the help of brokers, or you are buying a mutual fund. That means you don't have to do a much more analysis. You just need to buy the scheme and put your money, and you can silently wait for a longer period of time. But if you want to be an active investor, if you want to directly invest, then you need to know what fundamental analysis is. This is very much important. You need to know about fundamental analysis. You can type it in YouTube and find what is fundamental analysis, or you can buy good books on fundamental analysis, start reading, because earning money is not very easy in stock market until and unless we are very serious about learning. Learning is very important before earning in stock market. I hope it is clear to you. The first question which you need to ask is whether you want to become a trader or whether you want to become an investor. If you want to become an investor, what kind of investor you want to become, whether you want to become a direct investor or an indirect investor. If you want to become a direct or active investor, you need to learn about fundamental analysis. I hope I'm clear till now. I'll just highlight this so that it will be easier for you. If you want to become a indirect investor, then these are the areas where you can invest because you don't have to do much work. The financial institutions or the brokers or the agency will work for you. Like you can invest in ETF, exchange traded fund, SIP, systematic investment plan, DIY SIP, do it yourself systematic investment plan, mutual fund, and there are many more other investment avenues where you can invest and become an indirect investor. You don't have to do a lot of hard work. You can just, you know, give your hard-earned money and wait for a long period of time. After that, suppose you want to become a direct investor or a very active investor, then you need to learn about fundamental analysis. You need to know what is fundamental analysis. You need to read books on fundamental analysis, so and so. So if you want to become a direct investor, the next question which you need to ask yourself is, where do you want to invest? This is very much important question. Like, where do you want to invest? Whether you want to invest in the stock market, whether you want to invest in a gold, so where do you want to invest? If you want to invest in equity shares, you need to learn about what is equity shares, how many different types of equity shares are there, what is stock exchange, what is stock market. You need to learn about companies, so and so. So today's objective of this video is just to tell you like what should be your learning process or the roadmap. I've begun with the investor, like I've started with investor, like if you want to become an investor, what you want to do. So if you want to learn about fundamental analysis, you can always start with understanding about Warren Buffett, Benjamin Graham, Peter Lynch. There are many good books, written by Benjamin Graham, Peter Lynch, which you can read. So the first step should be learning. Without learning, making money in stock market is not possible. Suppose you want to become a trader. The same question comes, what kind of trader you want to become? Whether you want to become a swing trader, whether you want to become an intraday trader, or whether you want to become a scalper. So if you're not aware like what is intraday trading or what is swing trading or what is scalping or a scalper, you need to do a research on it. First you need to do a research on it, what is swing trading, what is intraday trading, and what is scalping. A lot more YouTube contents nowadays, a lot more books, a lot more articles in the journals, in the Google. You need to Google it out, like what is swing trading, what is intraday trading, what is scalper. I'll also be coming up with a few important contents. So once you have decided like you want to become a swing trader or an intraday trader or a scalper, the questions you need to ask is where you want to trade. Whether you want to trade in the equity, in the futures, in the options, in the foreign exchange, in commodity. So where do you want to trade? The same question you need to ask even if you want to become an intraday trader, scalper also. So where do we want to do a scalping? In equity, in futures, in options, in forex, in commodity. So we need to specialize in a particular area. Suppose you are beginning, initially when we are beginning, we cannot at the same time become a swing trader, intraday trader, scalper, because it will take time. Maybe after 3 years, 4 years, you can become a swing trader, intraday trader, scalper. But if you're learning, and you cannot do everything, like you cannot trade in equity, futures, options, forex, commodity without knowledge. So gaining a knowledge is a process which will take time and patience. So one by one you need to decide, like suppose let's say you want to become a swing trader. in equity, or you want to become an intraday trader in options. You need to decide. But before that, you need to read about what is swing trader, what are intraday traders, what is scalping. You need to read about equity, futures, options, forex, commodity, and you need to create a general understanding about all this. And you need to think about your personality, like what do you want to do. But as per my understanding, as per my, like what I feel is that if you really want to become a trader, you can start with swing trading, because swing trading in equity. And then after that, you can slowly, after 1 year or 2 year, you can start becoming, practicing intraday trading. And then later on, you can become a scalper. Or if you want to become a scalper, you can start with swing trading, get some general understanding about the market, and later on, you can start your journey of scalping or intraday trading. But for that also, you need to specialize. It's not important that you'll have to trade in all equity, futures, options, forex, commodity. You can just trade in equity, you can just trade in options for maybe 5 years. If you're trading only in options for 5 years, then after 5 years, you'll understand so many things about options by doing a lot of mistakes and learning from mistakes. So specializing is very much important in stock market. It is not important how much you know, but what is important is how much you have specialized in a particular area. Let's say you are a swing trader in equity and you are doing it for 10 years. That means after 10 years, obviously you're going to understand a lot more things as a swing trader. Suppose you are doing intraday trading in options or in equity also. You just need to select one sector, one area, and do a reading on that particular area and start practicing it for a very longer period of time. And I hope it's quite clear to all of you. Now let us come to tool. If you want to become a trader, what is the most important tool? So the most important tool which you need to know is technical analysis. If you want to become a trader, you need to learn about this analysis, which is known as technical analysis. If you don't know what is technical analysis, type it in Google, search in YouTube, you'll find a lot of contents. I'll not go deep into what is technical analysis, okay, what are the different types of technical analysis. I'll not go into it in this video because already the video is too long. Initially, what happens is that we see some people making money by trading. We see some people making money by investing, but we don't see their learning process, their learning journey in the stock market. So the most important thing, the most important, the process is we need to have a roadmap. If you want to become a trader, what kind of trader you want to become? Where do you want to trade? And the tool is technical analysis. Again, in technical analysis, there are different parts and people specialize in a particular area in technical analysis. So I hope today's video is clear to you.
I hope I'm able to make you understand about the learning process. Rather than directly jumping into the trading game, you need to understand the importance of learning process. So please do like and support me by subscribing it and share it with your friends. Thank you. Thank you for watching.